of all, in my cookbook, I do have really great tips on how to make your dough, and I make my dough using my bare hands so that you have that tactile experience. And I'm just going to show you really quickly how to roll it. And I use plenty of flour, and then flatten my dough and use like flour on your hands to make little mittens. I know you already know how to make pies.
No, I was so curious because a lot of people are when they're afraid to use too much flour because they're afraid of the gluten and they'll make the pie crust tough.
No, what makes the dough tough is overworking it in the initial stages. Okay. So I like to leave big chunks of butter. I use half butter, half shortening. And
is it cold? Is your butter cold?
I chilled everything except I don't chill the flour. And some people even chill their bowls. I go, no, I don't go that far. So I say that rolling dough is like riding a horse. You want to take control of the reins, or the horse knows if you're afraid. And dough is the same way. So if you're not just really taking charge of it, it'll take off on you.
Yeah. I say nay to that.
Okay. All right.
Duly in there, fast on the button.
Now, do you have to
ride your horse around the arena there? That's your horseback rider.
Do you want to use this? Because we have one rolled out, but do you want to use the one you have here?
That'll be for the top crust.
Okay.
Yeah, we can put this, and this is my little secret weapon. This
to get it off. Okay.
It's very helpful, and if it sticks, because you'll have large chunks of butter in there, you just nudge some flour under the edge, and you do this patiently and lovingly, gently. Everybody take note, because this is where this is the part that people run and scream and to the store to buy the crust. Yeah. All right. So you bring your pan over to you, lay it across, and then unfold it. It's nice and supple.
It is.
And I don't refrigerate my dough either. Okay. And normally I would take a scissors, but I'll take a knife in this case.
I think and
just trim. That's fine. Sometimes I'll use my hands as a human cutting board here, which is not a good idea. So
now, most people will refrigerate it, but you're saying they don't have to.
You know, you don't. And I always say the pioneers made pie, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And they didn't have refrigerators.
Not good like this. Okay.
They didn't have ice. They didn't have,
That's why they're called pioneers. I can't help it. They're coming to me.
How long have you had to work with this?
2 years. 2 years. I've been working with him. I don't hear him anymore.
All right. Okay. This shaker lemon.
That's why you're probably listening to what he's actually saying. I don't.
All right. I'm going to let you beat the eggs.
Okay, I'm going to beat the eggs.
To work.
All right.
And this is for shaker lemon. It's so simple. I don't even have to read the recipe because there's so few ingredients in it. You slice the lemons paper thin, and you soak them in sugar. 2 lemons and 2 cups of sugar overnight. Okay. And the recipe is called Meyer lemons. And you're here in California. You guys could just go out to the backyard and pick them off the tree. Not so easy to do that in Iowa. And you just put a little bit of flour in it. I'll just grab it from here. This is my measuring spoon. It's called my hand. 3 tablespoons.
3 tablespoons. Okay.
So just mix that in, more or less.
All right.
All right. That's how I bake. That's why I say if I can make pie,
I'm
going to make pie because I don't even measure. All right. So mix that up really with that. Okay. And then we'll add the sugar and the lemons. Now, see, the thing is, you use the rind and the pulp and everything. So it's vitamin C, right? It's good for you.
Wow.
And if you serve it cold, it's like lemonade. It's like a frozen lemonade.
Do you actually, back home in Iowa, put the pie in the windowsill to cool and, right?
Yeah.
I have a screened-in back porch, and I have my oven on the back porch, so it's like a summer kitchen, like in a classic old farmhouse thing. So the scent is going out into the yard. It draws people over to my house.
Now, did you guys taste the rind in? I'm sorry. Are you tasting the rind in the pie?
Yeah.
Okay, that goes right in there. You see, and all those lemons, and if you see seeds in it, you can pick it out. Or as my pie teacher would say, hey, if you find the seeds in it, then you know it's made with real lemons, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Here, these dishes are for you to wash later.
Oh, good. Perfect.
Are you kidding?
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. As long as I get more pie, I'll do whatever it takes.
Here's our top crust.
Quick question, though. What happens to the rinds? Does the sugar, when they... Well, I know, but does the sugar break them down because they're not...
That's why you soak them overnight. It helps soften the sugar. The word is macerate, but simply means
I love that word, macerate. So now you have it on.
Okay, so I'm going to trim it again. And like I said, I normally use a scissors, but knife is great too. And this extra crust, you could use it to decorate the top of your pie, or use it and make a little mini pie on the side. Some other.
You can make a pot pie.
Do you have a question? Oh, I saw you raising your hand over there.
Courtney cooks, by the way.
I almost ate my whole pie over here in my slice.
Are you a baker or a cooker?
I'm a cooker. I've never baked anything. So
it's a whole separate thing.
You need to learn how to make pie. It worked for my mom. Okay, so quickly, I'm going to show you. I work at 12 o'clock. I take the bottom and the top crust and roll it under. All the way around. If it's too thick, I'll trim it as I go.
I love that you just use your hands. You're not overthinking
well, you know,
everything.
I would miss out on that tactile experience.
It's
and
so soft. Here, you guys have to feel this.
it's soft as a baby's
Feel how
bottom.
soft. Feel it. It's very soft. Here, feel it. See, that's what. Mine's always so hard.
Well, you know what else? I use a lot of water in my dough.
yeah.
I always use
Yeah.
more water than most recipes call for.
More water, okay.
Because that's another thing. That, you know, the dough comes out too dry, and then people can't roll it out without it cracking all over the place. So that's a really helpful tip too. Leave big chunks of butter and use plenty of water.
All right, and now you do an egg wash. Look, I made you a little rose.
Oh my
Front
goodness.
top.
Okay, this is a great tool also for keeping your work surface clean. I'm a little bit tidy. I try to be tidy anyway. All right, so I'm going to crimp real quick.
Okay, let's see how you crimp. 3 o'clock.
So, clothespin, and then the tip of my index finger
Okay.
vertically. And then I'm just going to rotate
at
the
how
dish
beautiful.
as I go.
So
See how fast
look
this?
how-
And this doesn't pinch, it doesn't move, it's just a placeholder.
Right.
Dun, dun,
I've
dun,
always
dun.
wanted to learn how to. Look how pretty that
All
turns
right,
out.
and then we're going to brush it with egg, just one beaten egg, very simple.
Okay.
And you want to make sure you don't have anything hanging underneath because that'll fall off in the oven. And then brush it.
how
And then the
pretty that is,
last
you
thing you're going to
guys.
do is put the vent holes in it because the egg wash will actually seal the vent holes shut.
Now, why do you put vent holes in it?
Because when the fruit filling bubbles, then it's going to try to push the crust up.
Okay.
Wonderful.
All right. So then we're gonna. Do you need something to put the the vents in?
Well, you guys do that. I want to mention our Pinterest page is where we're going to park all of this recipe information for you. It'll be waiting there. Special treat, by the way, for our viewers. You can win your own copy of Beth's cookbook when you retweet our tweet with the hashtag Ms. American Pie on our Twitter page at Home and Family TV. And the winner, by the way, randomly selected by our computers. And then you can go buy your own if you want. That's available at theworldneedsmorepie.com. I couldn't agree more.
And so you're gonna bake that in the oven and then put it in, cool it, and then put it in the refrigerator till it's nice and chilled.